Okay, my dear friends, you're welcome back to this channel, Michael TV, and today we'll be talking about why chosen ones choose the wrong friends. Okay, why do children, people with special gifts, spiritual gifts, people that we can refer to as chosen ones, why do they choose the wrong friends? I would quickly like to refer to in the case of Jesus. Remember that Jesus Christ was accused of having friends that were drunkards and wine beavers. Yes, Jesus Christ had friends that we can refer to as his disciples, but they also said that sometimes they saw him eating and drinking with tax collectors. Tax collectors were seen as wicked people. As at then, they were seen as people that don't have any value, because of the way they collect the tax. They usually use brutal, a kind of severe methods to get this money from the people. So they don't see them as good people at all. But Jesus Christ was caught um, whining and dining with them. Remember in the case of this short guy that was called Zacchaeus, he went to Zacchaeus' house. He went to Zacchaeus' house to eat and drink. So apart from that, the Bible could not record everything that Jesus Christ did on earth because the whole scrolls will not be enough for it. So they just recorded the most important things that were made for us. So chosen ones, like if you have not watched the video before this one, which is 5 ways to identify children that are highly spiritually gifted, chosen children, right from infancy, how to identify them. If you have not watched that, so please go back and watch it so that you'll be able to understand this better. Okay, so why do they? The fifth reason was that they choose unusual friends, people that are called black sheep, people that are called children that you can say, why this kind of child I don't want my child to play with. Those kind of children, they are the ones that these chosen ones will pick as best friends. And you know that this chosen one, his life is different. He's well behaved. He's not the type that wants to look for trouble. He has a unique, exemplary character. Now he is speaking or she is speaking another child that other parents are trying to uh, move their children away from, like children that are seen like spoils. This is the kind of child that the chosen one is speaking. What I'm telling you now, this just happened. I work with children, like I said, and there was a case I handled, and there's a particular child that was having this unusual behavior, and we were counseling. And the next minute, I saw a child that definitely this child is chosen. A unique child, um, playing with that same child that was just that everybody just coded. So I understood everything. People were like, "Ah, how come this person is picking this person as best friend?" I said, there are some things people don't understand. No, just leave it for God, leave it for nature. So they choose, Jesus Christ choose, had good friends. He also had friends that could be referred to as bad guys, as bad people, as friends. You get it? How can I prove it to you? Remember when he was, after his death in Golgotha, and after the burial and resurrection. I mean, after the before the burial, it was someone that came to bury him, Joseph of Arimathea. That man was not a day by day follower of Jesus. He was a friend of Jesus who was not among the group. Okay? He was a big man. He was a very rich, wealthy man. And who was the other person that came with myrrh, like the ointment for burial, the kind of this kind of perfume, what they use, like this oil they use for burying, that used to anoint the body. They call it myrrh. Who came with myrrh? Nicodemus. Nicodemus was also a member of the Pharisee, people that were referred to as oppressors, oppressive teachers. And he was also a friend of Jesus. These were the two guys that came to bury the body. Where are the good guys? The good guys were not there. Perhaps they were scared. They went to hide. You know, so the good guys, it was the bad guys that came to pick up his body, and it was even the tomb because then they could make tomb for themselves. I think some people still do it all now. They create their own tomb before they die. So it was the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea that he gave out for the body of Jesus to be buried in. You get it? So the reason why chosen ones are sometimes drawn to people that we can refer to as not as non-exemplary people, people that I don't want to use the BAD word, no, people um that cannot be right on about, because I've used that word for some time, so I don't want to, because of the community regulations. You understand? So these people, you get it? Why are chosen ones? Why are spiritually gifted children drawn to this kind of people? You get it? They are supposed to, they carry light, right? They are supposed to be more with the light, but they are still drawn to people that are supposed to be avoided. So why are they drawn to people that are supposed to be avoided? First, let me talk a little physics. There's a law, they said, they call it the magnetic law, right? They said like pole repel, unlike pole attracts. So in this case, they are attracted to these people because they have compassion for them. So you can see how unique the chosen ones are now. That person you are condemning, that person you are saying that, oh, this person is condemned, is nothing to write on about, is a wicked person. These are the people that the chosen ones want to go closer to. So when you are talking about that person, that he went to go and steal something, they beat him up, everybody's laughing about it, laughing. You see the way they beat him up, they did this, they did that. You know? So as you are saying that, the chosen one is thinking, oh, maybe he was hungry, maybe he was not having money to feed. What can I do to help this person? So their thinking is different from the regular thinking of people, because they came with a unique mindset, which is the mindset of God. Now, does it mean that other people don't have the mindset of God? They do. But the level at which their mindset is higher in the realm of the spirit. So the way they think, because if you look at the book of Isaiah chapter 55, just read it down, I think from verse 10 around there, he said, the way I think that is God talking to the Israelites. The way I think is different from the way you think. He said, the way I think and the way you think, if you have to put in a measure, in a scale, is like heaven to earth. So as you are condemning, the chosen one is thinking, what can I do to make this person change? What can I do to make him happy? I'm still going to tell you the danger of that kind of thinking for the chosen one. I'm going to talk about the danger before the end of this video. Okay? Now, you have already condemned that person, right? He may not say anything while you are condemning the person. Maybe a group is talking about what the person did. Sarah. Sorry, I will be using Bible names. Okay, I will be using Bible names. So if your name is Sarah, I'm just referring to any a Bible name. So don't be offended. So I'll try to stick to Bible name whenever I'm giving example, especially examples of bad people, because I know that the Bible names are good people. Okay, so let's say Sarah was a very bad girl in school. She steals, she fights, everybody's trying to avoid her. But there is a Deborah in the class. Everybody's avoiding Sarah. But there's a Deborah in the class that still sneaks to give Sarah biscuits. Perhaps Sarah's mom, maybe she doesn't have a mom again. Maybe the grandmom, the stepmom is not giving Sarah a lot of, is not giving Sarah stuffs. Do you get it? So, everybody is condemning Sarah based on the face value, based on the physical demonstration, behavior of Sarah, right? But Deborah looks beyond the physical demonstration of Sarah. I agree. So Deborah is looking at what is the cause, what's the cause, what is the roots of this? Why is Sarah behaving like this? Everybody is eating their own biscuits, drinking their own cocoa, drinking their own water, right? In class. Why would Sarah leave his own bag, his own lunchbox, and go to another one? Why would this person be fighting in this community? Why would this person be causing problem in this estate when everybody's trying to? So a chosen one wants to know. Now this is where chosen ones can get into trouble. Do you get it? So I'm coming there. So you ask, because the next teaching is going to be how to manage chosen children, so that when they become adults, they will not make mistakes. Because if they make a mistake, it can take them back 10 years. can delay them. Remember the Israelites, all the Israelites are chosen. They were chosen children. And they made a mistake of murmuring, right? Because of that mistake they made, what happened? They were delayed for 40 years. A journey that could have taken them 40 days took them 40 years. And Jesus Christ got it right with his fasting. He fasted for 40 days. So that was the first correction he made. Did you get it? Okay. Now, these children, they naturally have the instinct of bringing light to darkness. Because we humans, naturally, we just condemn. Oh, this person stole a phone. Oh, okay. Now, this is quite graphic, but I'm going to use mad words. You know what they do? They get tired and stuff like that, A chosen one cannot let that happen. If a chosen one is in the police and is coming towards a place where jungle justice is about to happen, he will first of all make sure he can even shoot to the air just to save that person. He will put that person, he can even do as if he's rough handle the person. Rough handle, can even give the person his life. Why do you steal? He's saving his life. So he will take the person away from the hand of the angry mob, put him in the van, and drive off. So on his way, we start saying, what's wrong with you? Why do you go? Why do you steal? Do you want to lose your life? They get it. But there, he's doing as if he's joining them to beat him up. But he's actually saving his life. Look at it. I've used the word save. And who is the Savior? Jesus. So chosen ones are the hands and legs of Jesus Christ on this earth. They will never condemn. Before they condemn, know that the person has been condemned by God. Jesus Christ only condemned the Pharisees. In the book of Matthew chapter 23, it was really cursed on them. Woe to you, because they don't have any hope of deliverance. They don't have any hope of salvation. It's only people that don't have hope of salvation that the chosen ones will condemn. Jesus Christ knows those people, except he reveals them to you. If Jesus Christ has not revealed anybody to you that this person is condemned, please, you don't have the right whatsoever to condemn anybody. You can only either avoid such people. Do you get it? You can only avoid them. Or if you are trying to help, now look at where the danger is. If you don't have enough grace to help in that situation, don't start it. Jesus Christ made friends with Nicodemus. He made friends with Joseph of Arimathea. He made friends with tax collector because he had the grace to sustain it, to bring them to the light. So if your light is not that bright, because it keeps getting brighter and brighter as you understand your path as a chosen one. If you are still into some pocket of sins here and there, your light cannot be as bright as someone that is living living a very narrow life. You know what I mean? A narrow lifestyle. So if your light is not strong enough yet, and you want to go for the darkness that can suppress that light, you might become the darkness. And before you can get yourself back, maybe 30 years is gone already. Imagine you lose that light at the age of 30 and you are getting yourself back at the age of 60. How many years do you have again to fulfill your chosen career? Yeah, it's actually a career. Your chosen mission. How many years do you have? So that is where the danger of choosing the wrong friends comes in. For chosen ones. Do you get it? So chosen ones are drawn to both good and the perceived bad people. Why? Because they don't condemn them. They see them as good people that are doing bad because of circumstances or situation led them to that. So they want to know, why is this person behaving like this? That is why from infancy, the chosen ones will ask you the questions, why? That child is always asking you, why? It can be, I won't lie to you, it can be very annoying. Sometimes you are telling a child to do this, why? Why should I? Sometimes they say, why should I do this? So you're like, excuse me? You asking me why? So sometimes you're kind of embarrassed. You get it? So the reason why they go to these people, because they want to bring their lights to them. They want to bring their the they want to bring life, because they are embodiment of life. Like I said, they are legs and hands of Jesus, and Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. So they are bringing this life, this light, and say, you are not supposed to steal. You are supposed to ask. Because when you ask, it shall be given unto you. So now they are already what? They are already what? Counseling those children. They start bringing the darkness to the light. So the clause is that if they go to make a thicker darkness, that darkness can win them over. So that is where parents come in. That is where the counselors come in. That's where mentors come in for chosen ones. So even if you see them ruling with the so-called perceived black sheep, how can you save them out of this? How do you manage them? How do you make sure that they are not consumed in that friendship and relationship? Because you cannot just tell them, no, I don't want to see with that person again. If you tell the chosen one that, it's going to be like you just gave him mental stress, because you're going to start thinking, why is he telling me not to play with this person? Like, is this person wicked? Why? Like, what is it because of what that person did? So he's going to, you don't just tell him, I don't want to see with that person again. So in the next teaching, I'll be teaching you, I'll be talking on what to do as a mentor, as a parent, and as a coach, or even as a pastor of a chosen child, or a chosen teenager, or a chosen youth. When you see them making friends with the wrong people, how do you manage it? How do you empower them? How do you guide them? How do you guard them so that they won't make mistakes? So that's going to be the next teaching. So if you've not watched the one before this, because I'll be calling it, maybe I'll just put it in a part or something so that you can just watch step by step, okay? And some of you are already asking, Mr. Sagi, where are the skits? Where are the comedy? Where are the, you know what? We are going to be having some drama, okay? I'll be buttressing the chosen, this chosen one. Sometimes when you watch it as a drama, you get to understand it better, okay? So to shoot a drama of like let's say 15-20 minutes, there are a lot of logistics that must be put together, including the resources of time. So we are working on it. So when we publish it, we'll drop it, just to buttress this teaching so that you get to understand the life of spiritually gifted people, or people that can refer to as chosen ones. You get it? People that are highly spiritually gifted and choosing to do a particular course. Then you know how to relate with them. You know how to interact with them. You that you have authority over them, their parents, their mentor, their boss, their teacher. You know how to manage them, so that at the end of the day, they won't be losing out on their race. Like I said, a mistake can take away 10 years, can cause 10 years delay in their life. Just one single mistake can cause 5, 10, 20, 30, depends on how it is. And some of them are not even able to make it before they leave this world. Perhaps they'll have to start all over again. I don't know. I'm still doing a research on that, on the reincarnation thing. Do you get it? So please, let's watch the next video on how we can manage chosen ones, chosen children, chosen teenagers, chosen youths, chosen adults, for them to fulfill what God has planned to be.